What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LTCN and BCHG at the request of Dialogue Kayaker yet again. Man, this guy is relentless. I'm talking. I got really loud there. Relentless, very relentless. LTCN, man, looking like it wants to go down. I gotta say, man, that more bullish tone I had yesterday. I mean, to be fair, we went up today. We did. We went all the way up to that $17, but this is a nice looking reversal point, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news or the bearer of good news. Maybe I enjoy to be the bearer of good news, but we might be getting prices below $8 still. I saw some things on the charts that kind of convinced me that's still true. If you want to check out my Litecoin Bitcoin Cash, it's like the top tier cryptos or altcoins video that I made recently. You can check that one out. Let's see, what is it? Where is it? Top tier cryptocurrencies, this one, where I talk about Bitcoin Cash and LTC. I actually made a video earlier that went in depth a little bit more on those, but let's talk about it right now for LTC. You can see I already did analysis. I think LTC is going lower, man. I really do. I really do. This bearish, look at how big that candle is in relativity to all this. All the big candles are red. There's not a lot of volume on this move up. You found resistance on your 382. Like, I think the next area to go to is this $50 to $45 area for Litecoin. If Litecoin's going to do that, what's LTCN going to do? I think you're going to take these lows out. I do. I actually do. So I think if you're patient, you didn't FOMO up here, and you wait. Again, in yesterday's tone, I still said prices below here were possible. I just didn't think they were as likely. I'm starting to think they're likely again, guys. And I know that's one day to another. But even yesterday, saying that I didn't think that prices below here was likely, I definitely said don't FOMO in up here, because likely, even if we went above those highs, likely we'd get a pullback, and that would be the area to buy. Well, we're going to probably get that pullback. In my opinion, it will be lower than this low. And I think some of the original prices that I've been calling for the past month or so are still on the table. Prices below $8, potentially even prices below $7. Actually, I very much think that we could go below $7. All the way down at this 123 weekly moving average at about 615, right at that weekly closing high. Makes sense to me, man. Let's see how this week closes. Let's get the next 2 days. Let's see how the week closes. But you know, things could definitely turn around. But I think we're reaching a topping point for crypto. I am going to make a Bitcoin video after this video, so just, you know, if you want to check that out as well and get my kind of attitude on the overall crypto markets, you can check that out as well. But I do think that this could go lower. I really do. Finding resistance at your 069, it's not something that happens often, but you look like you're finding it there, and that to me does set you up to go back down here. And if you go below your 236, you're probably going to go below your 382. And if you go below your 382 after seeing a move like this, I think this is on the table, man. It really is. I'm not expecting prices below $5. It's possible. I'm not expecting it. I am expecting prices below $8, probably below $7. We'll see about below $6, below $5. But yeah, looks good, man. Let's see, actually, relatively speaking, this top or this bottom to this top, 1272, 1414, $6 to 672, 1618 at 522. Yeah, that's in the expected zone, man. Move the circle up right there. That's your expected zone based off of this. So let's see, really, I'll delete all this so you can see it more clearly. Let's see how you react with this fib range. Low to high. If you break through $10.85 on your first pass specifically, if you don't on your first pass, these prices are still absolutely possible. But it would be very likely if we saw, especially a major rejection like that, if we closed in this range below the 618 or lower even, this becomes very likely, like very, very, very likely. So not just prices below $8, but prices below $7, even below $6 become likelihoods, right? So I do think prices below $8 are likelihoods, but let's just see how much further than that we go. Let's see how we react to this fib. Definitely taking a more bearish tone today with a little bit more confidence on that too, but that can change. That can change, man. And that's on you, you know, as an investor, as a trader. If you felt the FOMO and you bought today and it goes down, you better not sell down here. If you don't buy today, you're expecting it to go down here or lower, you better not buy if it goes up here. right? You got to eat that bullet one way or another, man. You just got to take it for what it is. And don't put yourself in a bad position. There are plenty of opportunities out there besides just this. If it takes off without you, look for those opportunities that haven't taken off yet. If it goes down and you've already put money into it, be patient, guys. Be patient. It might feel like the end of the world for a week, for a month, maybe 2 months, but in a year, this thing's going to be worth way more, way more, like hundreds of dollars. Okay, so you're at 15 now. Even if you bought here and it is a local high, if it is, we don't know yet, right? I am a little bit more bearish today than I was yesterday, but we don't know yet. If this is a local high, don't be worried. Close your eyes. Go away for a season. Come back to it whenever it's worth over $100. You'll forget this downside ever happened. If it happens, we don't know yet. You know, that's just my call as of right now. But that's LTCN. Let's talk about BCHG and we'll wrap this bad boy up. BCHG. We'll start off actually talking about BCH. Do a kind of quick rendition of what I was saying earlier. I do expect Bitcoin Cash to see prices potentially below not just $200, but below $180, around that 160 area, 180 to 160. At a minimum of 200 to 190, somewhere in that range. We're at 275 now. That's a pretty big drop from here. So BCH, these lines are the bullish and bearish kind of zones, I guess. If you close a week above there, bullish. If you close a week below here, bearish. I am taking a bearish stance on Bitcoin Cash. Therefore, bearish stance on BCHG. They are correlated to some degree, but sometimes BCH moves down, BCHG moves up. So take it for what it is. But I do think that prices below this low here, below 290, are not just on the table, but I kind of do think that they're likely. I think that going back, I might have been a little bit too bullish yesterday for what it's worth. Pulling back to this 382 at about $1.80, I think it's a very strong possibility, man. At this 123 weekly moving average, it's the same old stuff, man. Those targets are still there. If not there, at least 270, at least there, right? Around, let's see, this is your weekly high close right there, right around that level, right around this tip, previous area of resistance. So at least there, a little bit below those lows. Again, you know, if you're feeling the FOMO here, you wish you bought down here because you think it's going to go up here, keep that in mind when the price is just a little bit lower, right? Never hurts to DCA. If you already have some exposure, okay, cool. You're in a position where if you wait for it to go down, you can buy more, but if it doesn't go down, you're still making money. But if you have no exposure at all, when it presents an opportunity, capitalize on it. You don't have to put all your money in at once. That's not recommended. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but do not put all your money in on one go unless you have $100 to your name, right? Okay, go ahead, put your $100 in. If you have $1,000 to your name, do like $200 increments, $300 increments, $100 increments, at least 5 and 5, you know, but like don't put it all in at once. And if you have more than that, I mean, layer that up, you know what I mean? If you have $1 million, I mean, obviously you don't want to put it all in at one price because you won't get it all at one price. You'll just shoot the price up. You'll be battling yourself and every person who's trying to sell based off of your buying after that. But I don't know. Maybe if you do, if you have a couple $1 million to put into this thing, just go ahead and send the price up for everybody. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say. Is that I do think the price will go lower. I do think that we'll see prices below about $1.80. I think BCH is going to go lower. I think BCHG is going to go lower. It makes sense to me, man. The daily RSI, you're in that overbought zone too, kind of. You're at your 069 area. You did open up the day. You did close the day a little bit bullish, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hit that 1414. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how the week closes. You know, I can pivot my decision for sure, but at the moment, even with being up a little bit more today than we were yesterday, I'm actually a little bit more bearish. I am. So let's just see how it goes. Let's see how the week closes. Optimistic for the bears, and that can change, right? That absolutely can change. If you're planning to buy down here and you're up here, you better not buy if it does that, right? You wait for a pullback. Because if you buy up here, that's a bad idea. If you buy up here, that's a bad idea. Because maybe you can't buy at the same price. Maybe you have to buy at a higher price. But at least if you're patient enough, it'll come back, right? If you bought up here, you felt the FOMO, you better not sell when it goes down here because we all know where it's going afterwards, okay? So don't make emotional moves. It's okay to have emotion. Don't act on it, okay? Not financial advice, but dude, that should be. Don't Do not act on your emotions. It's okay to have them. We're human beings. You're going to have, especially when you have money, a lot of you are planning to use this money for your like life savings, for retirements, to make your life better. Maybe you have big plans with it. Maybe you have vacation plans with it. Either way, it would suck. It always sucks to lose money, right? If you're in a position where you feel like you're missing out, just be patient. It's okay to feel those emotions. Let them pass. Don't act on them, okay? We're in emotional times right now. Things are running up. We're at extreme levels of greed, right? Like some of the highest levels of greed that we've seen since the bull market, literally, of last year, or of last cycle in 2021. We might pull back from here. It's very normal. So just be prepared for that. And maybe we don't go below this low, but still, maybe we could go to, like, we're at 420 now. Maybe we go to 320, you know? So whatever. Previous areas of support here, closing right at it. We could find resistance here and go down. It's very normal. It's almost to be expected. So that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Let's see how this week closes. I am optimistic for the bears, and for the bulls, just be patient, as you have been, right? If you've been bullish on this thing, you've probably been invested in it since before this top. Even if you've been in it at the top and you haven't sold, you've been holding for a while. Just hold a little while longer. You're going to be rewarded. None of this is a guarantee. It's not financial advice. But I think BCHG is going to see new all-time highs as well. You're at $4 now. Wait till you're at $100. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be phenomenal. So it's just going to take time. And if it goes lower, look at it as a blessing. Maybe you have $1,000, $5,000 in your savings account. You put it all in here, and you can only afford to save up $100 by the time it goes down there. Go ahead and put your $100 in. It might not feel significant, but man, think about it like this. Let's think about it like this, okay? Real quick. Let's say you put $5,000 in right here. I don't know everybody's situation. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have a lot more money than that. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have a lot less money than that, right? And they're like, I wish I could put $5,000 in. I get it, okay? Everybody's at different levels. It doesn't matter. It matters what level you're on, okay? Let's say you put $5,000 in here, and we go to all-time highs. We likely will break it, but that $5,000 could turn into a 14x, okay? That is $70,000, okay? So a little bit over $70,000 actually, because it's a 14.25x. Okay. Now let's say you have that 5,000, but you put 500 in. I think it could go to $1.78. Let's say you buy it at $2.02, whatever, and it goes to that same price. Okay. More or less, give or take a few cents, something like that. That $100 could turn into an extra, that's a 29x. That $100 could turn into nearly $3,000, okay? So you go from $70,000 to $73,000. Like, in comparison, it's not that much, but I would take an extra $3,000, a little bit less than $3,000, off of just $100. You know what I mean? Like, it might not feel like a lot, and that's where a lot of us get that emotion from, man. You put your life savings in, you think it's going to go up, you make the emotional move, you make the confident move, the whatever, you're so certain it's going to go up, and it will probably over time, okay? And then you see it go down, and you lose 50% over a week, over a month, and your $5,000 is now worth $2,500. That sucks. It sucks. It really does. But you better not sell down here. You bet if you're buying up here, you better not sell down here. You might not be able to throw another $5,000. Maybe it took you a long time to make that money. Maybe it's only $1,000. Maybe you can only put $100 in. You know, I don't know everybody's situation. Maybe you have larger money than that too. No matter what your level is, it would suck to put a lot of money in up here and lose it. I get it. And maybe you can't afford to put even a fraction of what you put up here in down here. But even that fraction, even that less than a fraction, can turn into some decent gains if you play it right. So look for opportunity when it comes. It will come. Even if it doesn't come as low as that, as I'm expecting it to go, it could still, and I very much do think that we will see lower prices than this. And if I'm wrong, and if you're like me and you're waiting for lower prices, and instead it goes up, you better not buy up here either, because you still might not be able to buy at these prices. Maybe you have to buy at higher prices, but at least you're buying on a pullback. At least you're confident then, right? You're not uncertain, right, as to where you're buying, and then you're playing this emotional game. Wait for the pullback. It's okay. It happens, but sometimes that's what you get. You have to eat that difference, and then inevitably you buy at 476, and instead of a 70x, you get a 60x. You know, boo-hoo. It's you're still going to be okay. I promise. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope that video made sense. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody or confusing anybody, and if I am, just go ahead and leave a comment as to why, and I will reply. Leave a like, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. Take care. Bye bye.